Not eating chips for breakfast. Where's Shamar? Eating your fucking chin bone. I know your chin smell like Shamar missing here about me eating chips for breakfast. If you don't like I'm eating chips for breakfast, then send me some money, you smush moon pie face. Don't worry about me, you lazy left eye having synthetic eyebrow having hat wearing. Go buckle up and go do something better than worrying about me and worrying about what I got going on and me eating chips. I knew I was there because I was so interested in the booty hole. It's just like, why you me? How to say how the we eat? You me what? You me? How to say how the we eat cat? Okay, sir. If you eat pussy and you watching me, I respect that because I'm trying to work my way into this great community. But if you like the sort that just might you might like to eat pussy, you go eat. I like the okay, sir. That's just what I do. I just didn't. I don't know. It just didn't taste right for me. That mean you was doing it right. I read that a few times too. Like, huh? I was confused. Y'all, I just feel like ain't nothing wrong with eating. Ain't nothing wrong with eating. But I just feel like I don't know, y'all. I used to like girls though. I just wasn't sexually attracted to females. I just always been sexually attracted to males, I guess. I don't know. But it's like females, I love them like a friend. Like I don't like love them like a best friend, like a sister. Like I could be around a female and she be naked. It don't do nothing for me. I can sleep in the bed with a female and she be naked. It ain't gonna do nothing for me. But it's just like if a in the bed, sleep naked, be break instantly. It depends on because yeah, but other than that, I'm gonna be celibate though. I'm not your sister. I'm your brother. I always wanted a brother. I'm not your sister. I'm your brother. Yeah, why I got these hot dudes? That's why I haven't even ate these yet because they're gonna be so hot. I know it is. Y'all, I am so mad, bro. I every live. I can't go live on YouTube. I can't go live on TikTok. I'm stuck on here on Instagram. You be having me rolling. Where? I be chilling. It's the Dorito Flames, the lemon pepper one. They good though. I used to love real spicy food, but to rest. I'm gonna rest all day today for real. Tomorrow, not eating chips for breakfast. Where's Shamar? Eating your fucking chin bone. I know your chin smell like Shamar missing here about me eating chips for breakfast. If you don't like I'm eating chips for breakfast, then send me some money. You smush moon pie face. Don't worry about me, you lazy left eye having synthetic eyebrow having hat wearing. Go buckle up and go do something better than worrying about me and worrying about what I got going on and me eating chips.
So it looks like Shamar's man will be in town, staying with him at his house until he gets a job. That's what's being said this weekend. So I guess this is his upcoming trip. And it says from Buffalo. I guess they said that he's from New York. So Buffalo, New York to Atlanta. It says Saturday, April 19th. So that'll be, I don't know what day that is. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Somebody put it in the comment section. But yeah, he'll be living with Shamar's new boyfriend. Shamar's new boyfriend will be living with Shamar. Let's see how that works out. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. Hit the like button. I promise you it is free. Hit the like button. I'm really curious to see what y'all's thoughts are. So I saw this ninja, okay, Elvo. Now we saw a picture. Matter of fact, let me pull it up real quick. I hope my computer don't crash. I gotta end up getting another one because I think it's one or two things. I have a virus on my computer, or it's too much stuff on my computer, and it can't, like, I can't open sometime a lot of tabs. All right, let me go to Alvo. Here we go. I'm going to share the screen really quickly and then we'll get into the topic at hand. Hello, hello, hello To my mods in my chat, how are y'all doing today? How are y'all doing today? Now, I thought this was kind of strange. He did a live today, which was weird, but he's a weirdo though. He did a live talking about he was working out because he's getting fat. But then we had saw, I'm quite sure a lot of you guys saw Shamar had worked out yesterday or whatever, or this morning. I can't remember. I didn't look at the date, but I know it was either yesterday or early this morning. I saw it. And then just out the blue, all of a sudden, you're doing something healthy. Dude's a weirdo. So he's going live on Instagram because he can't go live for 2 weeks on YouTube. He said, I guess it was some content that YouTube had saw on his channel. Like I told you, they do random audits. You never know when you're gonna get hit with some bull crap. And they said he can't go live, I guess, for breaking the community guidelines of whatever he broke. So he's just hanging on by a thin string, because I think when you get, I don't know, I think if you get one community, it's been so many years, man. I don't try to make it my business to get those things. I just take my time and edit my videos. But I think when you get one community guideline, that's a week you can't go live. Y'all can put it in the comment section, because I'm quite sure people that run into these problems all the time, like Elvo, they explain what went down where I can't, because I'm not trying to run into those problems to be a master at explaining those kind of problems. But I think the first time community guidelines strike, you get like a week where you can't live stream or upload or whatever. Well, maybe you can upload videos. I don't know. But I think if you get two, you can't upload for 2 weeks. The third one, they just take your channel down. And I'm definitely documenting all of this reckless behavior with Alvo, because soon as that day comes, like all of his platforms that were successful, income streams coming in for this dude, he blames everybody. Everyone's the reason for why his channels are taken down. So as long as we document this, we know, and we further know, that he just is a compulsive liar. He says whatever he wants to say, any means necessary about anyone. Is never his fault, because that's what narcissists do. So make sure y'all hit the like button, leave your money in your pocket, and hit the like or the dislike. Hey, Beef Tips. Good morning. Manifest. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Evelyn Jackson. Hi, sweetie. Says, why Elvo threatening Shamar? I'm telling you, we're about to get into that today, baby girl. Why Elvo threatening Shamar on live? Saying something's going to happen to him in 3 days. What's wrong with this dude? This is really getting out of hand. Kay threatened him online. Hope all is well today. Good afternoon, Ivan. Greetings, manifest, Ivan. Good afternoon. Oh, let me tell you something. I will be listen. I will be doing live marathons. I was supposed to do 5 hours. I think I got a little over 4. But honey, I don't see how people be like on Big O and all those streaming apps. I don't, or like what is it? Not TikTok, or TikTok too. But oh, what are those? The Kick streaming app and Twitch. I don't know how them live streamers. That's why they get paid them big bucks. Cause I cannot see how anybody stays on live more than an hour. I can't do it. I must got ADHD. Oh my God. I can't believe I stayed on that long. But yeah, I'll do that. I said once a week. That would have to be a thing me getting used to doing. Only time I could probably stay on live for 5 hours is if I go to sleep really early and it's like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I cannot sleep and I'm wired and I just want to talk. That's probably the only time, and that won't even be scheduled. That'd be random. Cause I'm gonna start doing my random lives with you guys. Where if I can't sleep or just wanna just see how everything's going, maybe something happened while when I was done for the day. I got tired. I went to bed too early, got up too early. It's 2:30 in the morning. Now I just want to talk and play catch up with y'all. Y'all catch me up, then I'm just gonna randomly just do a live. I'm gonna start doing that. I was doing that, and then I fell off doing it. Y'all know, y'all been up. Some of y'all with me on them rare occasions that I go live and I can't sleep. A bit tired, but I am here. That's what's up. And to my mods, if hey Chef Sky, good afternoon, sweetie. Always remember, if you got things in your personal life you need to take care of, that comes first and foremost. All right. It says like, share, subscribe. That's right. Like, share, subscribe, and make sure your notification bell is on with the option on. I was wondering where he was from. Shamar needs to give those buns a rest. It's at this point. So, anyways, getting into it, he better not share any personal or legal information with this new boyfriend. I hope not. I hope nothing goes the way that it went with Alvo. He just, to me, got too comfortable with Alvo, and Alvo just rocked him to sleep, and he's still rocking him to sleep. Now, put a one in the chat if you agree with me that just over the last 42 to 72 hours, all of a sudden, it's about Shamar now. See, Alvo wasn't gonna think about Shamar anymore if it worked out with that crush. See, Alvo's the type of person, he thinks that he is so fine that everybody wants him. And he uses sexual things that he can do for a man. That's what he offers. He thinks that, oh, if I'm intimate with this guy, he's my man. But that dude, CJ, he was in for a rude awakening because CJ didn't like him obviously like that. He's not with CJ. CJ was like, I look at you like you look at Shamar. What's up, SO in chat? Hey, Lawson. I just got off the phone. I have some info that clarifies a legal fallout. Okay, well, just if you do, you want to come up on the platform, Ivan, just let me know. I am sick of seeing Elpo twerking those dusty cakes. Yeah, I'm gonna get him down off of here. But the reason why I brought him up, I'm sick of seeing him too myself, is because of this. We all seen Shamar. He was doing his little 1 2 1 2. Oh, and this was 4 hours ago. So I seen this morning. I knew it was either this morning or yesterday morning or whatever, or sometime yesterday. But it was 4 hours ago. He's sparring. Well, now I won't say he's sparring because I'm seeing him doing other workouts. So he's working himself out. It says, I'm back in the gym with Tony the Humble Beast. And I see Fendi 4 hours ago. She's cheering him on. I see a couple of content creators from my old sector, Christian rock content. They're cheering them on. Everybody's cheering them on. So Alvo needs to get his little attention. You know what I'm saying? He had to get his little attention. I mean, it just was so obvious that he was obviously watching what Shamar was doing and said, "Oh, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna work out. I need to work out." Dude is obsessed with Shamar. A lot of people might say, "Oh no, he's not." Yes, he is. Dude is a loser. I've never seen somebody um that honest about being a freeloader. It's just sickening to me. It really is. Like, bro, just get a life. Get a life. I hate when that's like that. So let me pull up, this here. So the boyfriend will be in town and living with Shamar on the weekend. So today's the 14th. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So Saturday he'll be at Shamar's Saturday. Because that'll be the 19th. Because today's the 14th. Tuesday is the 15th. Wednesday is the 16th. Thursday's the 17th, Friday's the 18th, and Saturday's the 19th. Yeah, 5 days from now. So he'll be in town. He'll be leaving um, from Buffalo to Atlanta, Georgia. Yep. It says one travel, September. I mean, what am I saying? September. Saturday, April 19th, 2025. And I'm quite sure it's a one-way trip because he had to wait for that money in order to even book the trip to Shamar and stuff, which I don't understand why he would have had to wait to get any money back. You mean to tell me you didn't have money to just book the flight and then you just go to Shamar's and then wait for your money to come when it comes and you get credited back onto your debit card or bank card or whatever, your credit card? But that right there is a lot of signs that are scaring me already. You got to wait for some chump change to fly to go live with Shamar. You got to wait for like short money like that. I hope you ain't trying to come and do no little, flim flam on Shamar like Alvo did, because Alvo tried to just drag. And let me just say this: I have nothing against Kay. I have nothing against any of the people in the circle that either are friends with Shamar or was friends with Shamar. But it's just so sad how everybody is 1 minute they're trying to defend Shamar and trying to make amends with him. Shamar is acting hard to get, like, oh, the heck with you guys, y'all did me wrong from the past. I don't want to make amends. And then Shamar flip-flops and sometimes he does want to make amends or whatever. But it's just crazy how it's just a group of people. And just in my opinion, and this is just my opinion. There's three sides of a story. There's your side, my side, and the truth. It just seems like a bunch of grown folks who just seem to be very jealous, but at the same time, they're very surprised at how far Shamar has gotten. Shamar should have been the person that people ignored, and they did for quite some time. But he was consistent with whatever he was trying to do to get the attention of the audience. And that is how he became popular. And everyone started looking at all of his videos, and they all went viral. Every video he puts out, especially if it's something to make the audience laugh, people will share it and it goes viral. And a lot of people that knew him when he was homeless, allegedly they said he was on drugs before, this and that and the other. I said allegedly. He was in a bad place. A lot of people, I don't think that they looked at Shamar as somebody that was gonna make it. And he made it. And it's almost like people are mad. Not they're mad at Shamar, but they're also mad at the success that he has. And that's just my opinion. They're mad at the success that he has, and I think that they don't think that he deserves it. And that there are times I feel like Shamar doesn't deserve it, because like that was crazy what he did yesterday with flashing that money and acting all like cuckoo. You know what I'm saying? And I just said to myself, we just got off the phone talking, and then like I said, you can lead a horse to water but you can't make them drink, and you just turn around and do all of what I tell you should not be doing up here. There's a time in this place. That's not the time nor the place. But what about that lie, the STD, he back like nothing never happened? Yeah. But let me just tell you something, guys. Now I see that Kay and Alvo are back cordial. I'm not saying that they're friends, but let me just say this to you. Neither should trust each other because, for number one, Alvo wanted Kay out of the picture alongside with everyone else that could have got into Shamar's head when he was trying to do what he was doing, in my opinion, to Shamar, skimming off the top of his money, dragging him for filth, getting these Airbnbs, saying his supporters buying these Airbnbs. But we know when he was counting Shamar's money, he was probably skimming off the top, because how would Shamar know if $500 was skimmed off the top, or even 1,000? They need no relation. They need no relationships. um, You know what I'm saying? And I really feel like, Alvo is two-faced. He flip-flops. I feel like he's cool with K right now because of the convenience, because it's somebody that's on his side, listening to what he has to say, and that's good for business for him. That's good for the Cash App stuff that he lives off of. That he has someone that's going to co-sign his BS because they're really now fed up and done with Shamar. There's no repairing that relationship. So, what better thing to do is to make Shamar even more mad and go on the op side. So, you got to be really careful when you meet people and how things go down on social media, because people flip flop. People really flip flop. And that's just how I feel. Let me see. Shamar versus all of them crazy work. Hey, SL, you are the best, baby. Thank you, Jessica Lynn. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Yeah, I see them ones. I was so busy talking. I almost forgot that I had told you to put the ones in there if you agreed. Alvo is deflecting. He wants us to forget about his lies and focus on Shema. Exactly. Right. Take the whole focus off of him, what he has done, and all of that, and keep it on Shema. And that's crazy. But I wanna recap a video that I honestly was not happy about that Shamar did yesterday. So I'm gonna let you guys see it really quickly. The beginning part of it, we're not gonna get into the whole live because the recap was the marathon live. So we're not gonna be doing that. So let me get the video really quickly, and I'll be able to share it with you. I put it at the beginning of the video for you guys so that you guys could see it. Where is it at? Hold on, I'm looking for it now, guys. Just bear with me. Oh, here it is. I think this is it? Is this it? Or is this today's work? No, that's today's work, baby. Baby. All right, I think this is it here.
Like the police knew who I was because the dude had clocked his gun, man, like he was gonna shoot me or whatever. But
I think this is
the
it.
police ended up putting up, and the police was like, "Shamar, you too famous to be out here or whatever." So I'm like, I understand that, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I know that I'm too famous. I know that I'm too popular to be outside,
Is
but
this it? Is this it? I
I'm
can't
not
remember
finna
if I
nobody
put it
just
before or
play with.
after.
You know what I'm saying? Can't put us in my house.
Why would you be scared to
Okay, this is not it. Oh
Like the
man, I got
police
so
knew who
many
I was
videos.
because the dude.
I'm gonna remove that. Yeah, so it's a video where he starts flipping out, screaming, flashing his money. Shema, if you're listening, all you're doing to yourself is setting yourself up for a home invasion where you can get unalived or somebody else can, because you'll be in self-defense because that's your home, or somebody in your circle being tempted to take your money. You got to stop doing that. Money should not make you. It should not break you. It's not. It's not the root of all. You're not above life's classroom. You've got to stop this. This is bad enough. I don't care what nobody says. It's bad enough. People are, they're like in devastation that you were blessed to be fortunate enough to make this kind of money. They don't want to see that you got this kind of money to begin with. He says Alvo is a narcissist. They're not capable of love. You're right. You're right about that, because I know narcissists in real life, and yeah, it just seems like they're real empty. And narcissists are people who are compulsive liars, and they don't. It's like they don't show any emotions. Obviously, they're hurt people to be a narcissist, but they show no emotions, and they're not capable of loving or being in a meaningful relationship because they're narcissists. And Alvo is definitely a narcissist. I'm just hoping that this dude that's coming, he'll be here Saturday. I hope he is not trying to do the same thing Alvo has done, because all these ninjas are young, and they see, monkey see, monkey do. You know what I'm saying? They like to be used. Honestly, I don't get it. I don't get it either. Elvo uses what he's got to get what he needs. Right? He's a mess. Okay. I'm gonna let you up in 1 second. Let me just read some of these comments. Ivan, I just saw your comment. Go ahead, Shamar. Hey, Shorty Red Brooks, how you doing, sweetie? So he just has to repeat everything. Can't be original at all. Yeah, he's a weirdo. Dude's a weirdo. So what I'm gonna do, and while Ivan's in the chat, I got a whole bunch of comments here. I'm way. It says he's a bum from Buffalo, New York. Yeah, it says it on the ticket here. It says Buffalo. Yeah, so he's from New York. Like number 87. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, sweetie. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Thanks for reminding me by you saying that. Yeah, just keep hitting the like button. So I'm gonna put the link up. You guys are also welcome to come up. If you can't compose your cussing languages, then you can't come up, because I don't want somebody up here on a crash dummy mission talking about cussing every other word, and then I keep reminding you, and then you're saying you're sorry. I hate when people do that. And I sometimes thinking from the past when I used to let people come up on the piano. I'm not talking about Ivan. He doesn't come up and cuss, my moderator. But when I used to have people come up in the past and they used to do that, I'd be like, you're definitely doing this on purpose. You cannot make me think that you're just literally having a full-fledged conversation with me. I cuss off a line, but I don't do it on my channel, and you're doing it. That's crazy. So yeah. So Ivan, I put the link in the chat. Hey, Frederica. Good afternoon, sweetie. So Shamar was just on here rolling up weed crazy. Yeah, he's all over the place. Hey, Crafty Fee. Hey, Mama Heather. Hey, sweetie. And the only ones that get mad about the comment on the actual flip-flop. Right, the flip-floppers. Exactly. It says think, hope all is well. I hope all is well with you too, sweetie. Yes, Alvo is dirty, and K is stank. It's stank. All them have stole from Shamar, even TY, for giving Tommy the code to steal Shamar's money. It wouldn't say it's made. He's about to hit hard times, being reported on SSI. Probably so, but then again, people do it all the time to people, and it doesn't always pan out like you think it will. Because if that money is not trackable, like if all of the earnings he got from the bookings is not like in a check. Hi. Can you turn up the background, please? Oh God, please. Ivan, if you're coming up, come up. I hope people are not just purposely coming up, because I don't understand how somebody just by an accident clicks on that link. How did you just accidentally click on the link? This is not Big Go. Don't come up here trolling if that's what you were doing. If you wasn't, I apologize. Alvo is fraudulent. I never have and never will send him a dime of my hard-earned money. I know that's right, Maria. Shamar just got Gotta have a man present. All right, there goes. There goes everybody's handsome man. That was crazy yesterday, but it's like, oh my God, that's Ivan. Here's everybody's crush. So Ivan, oh, your mute button's on. Hold on. You gotta turn your mute button on. There you go.
All right, there we go. What's up, everybody?
What's going on with you?
All right, all right. Oh, here we are.
So you had some things you had to clear up. So you know
Yeah,
I was eager to hear it.
yeah. So, I spoke to a lawyer
Mm-hmm.
and got some clarifications about how to deal with doxing and the threats. So, so the doxing is one part of it. And I'm just putting this out
Hold
there
on one
for
second.
anybody.
Hold on one second. Ivan. Manifest, thank you. But yeah, Shamar told me yesterday. I talked to him what is today? Monday, right? Sunday morning, I talked to Shamar for a little bit over an hour, and he told me about a guy pulled out a pume on him. But yeah, thank you for sending it to me. But yeah, I probably was the first one to put it out because I was the one that talked to him. And he told me in the morning time. But yeah, I'll check it out though. It might be some more information from another content creator that I didn't catch. Thank you. Go ahead, Ivan.
Yeah, so now I'm just putting this out there for anybody else on social media, anybody else, that's in the realm of content creation, or even if it just happens to you randomly. So I spoke to my lawyer friend, and there's two parts to this. One is um, the doxing. So the steps that you have to take, and for it to actually be taken seriously, you would have to file a form, an IC3 form with the FBI. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's step number one. You got to be detailed. You got to describe everything, upload your screenshots, upload your videos. Boom. Then you have that. You take your screenshots and the form that you filled out with the FBI and whatever reference number they give you. You're going to go to your local, uh, either your local or you can go to their local jurisdiction. You can go to the federal courthouse, um, see the magistrate, and you're going to file the report again with them.
Right.
Now, in this case between Shamar and Kay, is um, if Shamar is signed under any kind of management, okay, so now we're talking financials. Um, because they are his management, and he's pretty much their property, Kay can sue Shamar and whoever's managing Shamar as well.
Which is Fendi's team.
If there is a contract, she can put their name on there. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so now phase number two that makes the doxing more serious and enhanced is the fact that Shamar used threats. That takes it to a whole nother level. When
Right.
you when you combine a threat with doxing and you publish it online, it takes it to a whole nother level. It is taken way more seriously. And it is criminally damaging, and she can also pursue a warrant for his arrest for that. It's criminal at this point. So the way they would package it is, it's going to be the threat first, followed by the doxing, which both are felonies under federal law. The state can pick up the case, as well, because there was a threat present, and there was a threat to children and family and so forth. So this is not looking good. Really not looking good. If Kate follows through and does what she needs to do and handles her business, it's not looking good for Shamar.
Yeah, it says you see that message. I helped my sister with filing with the FBI and the magistrate. It says they did the warrant, but they do not go out looking for you to arrest you.
Initially, right? They do not go out looking for you. You do get served. Now, the state of Georgia is very serious about not showing up to court. If you don't show up to court, they are quick to put a warrant out on you. Um, you know, so in that plays its course in that aspect.
So let me ask you a question. Talking about warrant. Now we all know that's just public information that Alvo got a warrant. What what
Yes.
what do you think's gonna happen with him in that situation? He's definitely not hiding. He's right in the state of Georgia.
Well, Atlanta's off the chain, Miss Davis. Off
Yeah,
the
I see.
chain. You know, there's a lot that's happening, and they, of course, they put their resources into more serious crimes. Um, but because there's a bondsman involved, the police themselves are not going to be like actively looking for him. It has
The
to be,
bondsman will if they want him badly enough.
yeah, it will have to be, it will more likely be the bondsman. Now, if somebody calls the police or calls the bondsman and say, "Hey,
He's
he's
over.
here, he's there," they'll go pick him up for sure.
Because I don't get like when Shamar was like, "Yeah, I told him he's at his mother's house." You obviously ain't got the address because that probably be the first place they would look.
Right,
So yeah,
right.
that's why I'm just hoping that this new relationship that Shamar's in, he don't have to have no complication with it because he didn't do well with the Alvo situation. He's not doing well with a lot of relationships that he's been in the past. He just needs to kind of sort of be with himself, because this relationship thing, I don't know. It's not, I don't know. He doesn't do well with him.
Well, and on top of that, from what I caught, um, Ava was throwing out some more threats. You know, um, and I mean, it's up to the people. It's up to whoever is being
What kind of
threatened
threat
to.
did you hear?
Well, I caught it in the beginning of your live or whatnot. Somebody in the comments said that Alvo threatened Shamar again or whatever. If that's the case, you know, it's up to Shamar if he wants to report that.
Well, no, he
Um,
did report it. Yeah, so yeah, all right. Yeah, it seems
so
like
if,
every time it happens, he's going down and he's filing a complaint.
yeah, so that just that
That's add
stacks charges. Yeah, it's an add-on. Yeah, and Georgia loves to enhance charges if you repeat the same offense.
That's how they
And
did
then
Nature Boy. They added all them charges on him. False imprisonment. Um, what is it? Video pornography, revenge porn. That's what they call it. Revenge porn. Um, false. What's it called? False imprisonment or whatever it's called. That's like kidnapping them and holding them against their will. That's
right,
charge. Then he got two. Then he got two charges for the R. And yeah, they gave him life, which is 30 years in the state of Georgia. And then another, I think, 10 years on top of that with no possibility of parole. So he would literally have to do 30 years, the whole life sentence with no possibility of parole, and then an extra 10 years after the 30-year life sentence. So he's
right,
never getting out because he's like pushing 40. I think he's 40 or whatever, 41.
right,
He'll get out when he's like 80 years old. Yeah,
right.
they just let that stuff just pile up, all them charges and complaints.
Yeah,
They did a paper trail on him. So when
right,
they took him, they knew he'd take it to trial. They would rock him to sleep, and they rocked him to sleep.
right.
I never thought they would give him a life though. Yeah, man.
Man, you'd be
Life
surprised
in
how
Atlanta,
quick.
Georgia.
Yeah, you'll be surprised how, man, they love that life sentence. They love
Mm.
it out here. They're quick to throw it around.
Yeah, but it's scary because it's easy to get a if you I guess your record ain't all that bad, you can get a pum in your name. And I just seen on Bigo. I know you know who this person is. Cherry the Boom. She threatening to um Savannah. I said, I can't believe these ninjas are getting licensed to have guns. These kind of people.
As long as threats and all that's not reported,
Ah,
you know,
listen. What's her name? Madam Lowe. She's a transgender too. She
hmm
recorded because I guess Cherry the Boom. She got real pissed and just flipped out. She even had showed the pistol on Big O and didn't even get flagged. I guess, and, and when she showed it quick, but she had snapped, so it wasn't a thing where she even was even realizing what she was doing type thing. She showed it really quickly, maybe not quick enough for a Big O to see that it was a pum. She even took the clip out the gun, the pum. Let me not say gun.
yeah,
She took the
yeah.
clip out and then and listen and kiss one of the bullets, honey.
Look, I'm gonna be on. Atlanta is becoming the wild, wild west out here.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, it's getting crazy. And it makes me
And you
wonder
heard what
about.
happened to Shamar. I was telling you yesterday. A
Yeah,
dude pulled out a pum on him, and then I don't know who called the cops. I don't know if Shamar called the cops or maybe a neighbor seen it or an innocent standby was watching and called the police. I don't know, but the cops came to the scene and they said, "Shamar, you too famous to be out here like this. You get hurt."
yeah. That was my next thing that I was gonna say was, Shamar talks a lot and he runs
Mm-hmm.
his mouth a lot. And I don't think there's anybody that's surrounded by him that's about that life. You know what I'm saying? I don't think any of them is actually really packing that heat, and when somebody pull that heat out, you know, they gonna be running. You know what I'm
Trying to tell
saying?
you.
They not gonna stand in front of Shamar and be like, nah, take mine, don't take his. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm. Well, I'll
you
take
know,
it for you, Shamar, because you my friend. Yeah, right. Ain't nobody taking
right,
out one for nobody.
right. And uh and Alvo's kind of the same thing. Alvo doesn't have a good reputation.
No,
He's got a lot of people really hot with him. Even Shamar fans, I believe, Shamar fans really would rough him up. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I think there's people that's willing to do that. I'm not condoning it,
mm-hmm.
but I'm just expressing my opinion.
Right.
Um, you know, this is getting really messy, and summer hasn't even started yet, man.
Oh,
Like, oh
summer
my
ain't
god,
crazy. You know how when the weather gets hot, people of color act a fool. They're
yeah,
doing that before summer.
yeah, yeah. Like when the heat rises up, everybody's hot and sweaty and irritated, and then you got something on you, and then boom.
Yeah, yeah. It's happening early. But you know what though? This ain't nothing. This is vacation time for us. Y'all better get your little rest now because let me tell you something. When Saturday comes, you guys are gonna feel the wrath of Alvo. Alvo's gonna go in. And you know what's so crazy? He can't go live on YouTube for 2 weeks. Maybe that's a good thing for him. Because when that dude first comes into town on Saturday, Alvo might just get on there and go to the left on YouTube, and that might be the last time he be on that channel. He might have to stop
Hey,
scratch again on that channel.
uh, now since he's been banned again, this is the second month in a row.
And he can't
Uh,
go for 2 weeks live.
yeah, right. now let's see who's gonna be cash apping. Let's
Right.
see
Well,
the
now see what he's doing is because before I went live, I was editing, finishing up editing, but I was done with the part where I had to really focus so I could listen to what he was saying. But he was on live, and that's when I had caught that he can't go live on YouTube for 2 weeks because YouTube found a video that was inappropriate. They must have did like how they do manually. They'll scan the whole platform, because they have sophisticated computer bots or whatever that do audits, and they must have
right.
found some content that was inappropriate. And
r-
so yeah. So the first time he got jammed up like a month and a half ago, it was a week he couldn't go live. Remember Sunday to Sunday. Now this time he can't go live for 2 weeks. So I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I don't try to make it my mission to get in trouble with YouTube. So I wonder if that's like a second community guideline strike, because you can either get 3 community guideline strikes and your channel's done, or it could be 3 copyright strikes and your channel's done. I
that's
don't
right.
know, but I think
Yeah,
that
no, that's right. With
yeah,
every occurrence, the penalties get harsher, and I believe YouTube has the 3 time
it's 3 strikes
offense.
you're out,
Yeah,
right?
and you're out. Yeah.
So I think
Um,
it's on the second community guideline strike, and if he gets one more, then that's a wrap.
since the fallout with his moderator, and then the exposing of with the I wouldn't even call it a boyfriend, but that dude.
Crashing out,
Yeah. Um, a lot of people has turned their backs on Alvo,
and then
and
I cash app him.
yeah, that money's not hitting. So the stragglers, they must be big pockets. They must be balling, supporting this fool. And let's see what it's gonna be now that he's not gonna be live for 2 weeks. Because he's gonna be on there, uh, begging, begging, begging. He might go back to the pity me, I want to unalive myself
Yep,
type
yep.
deal. You know, let's see who those women that got the big pockets.
I know.
Who
Bring
those
him over
women?
here. I'll be
Right?
your friend.
You know what I'm
You were
saying?
my friend. You were my enemy. No, sir.
Right?
Shoot,
Right?
that's crazy.
No,
But
spin it, get it
like I
right
said,
back.
it just goes to show that there's a lot of people not loving themselves in the world, and they pay for love and entertainment. And I just hope that that they find it within themselves, maybe to get closer to God, not closer to Elvo, because Elvo gonna get closer to your pockets. And just start loving yourself, and then you can identify being used and abused and stop supporting this narcissist. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say something a little crazy, Miss Davis.
Go ahead.
Eh, you know, everybody just need to go and be like, get a job. Get
Right,
a job. This right. Get a job. Go get a job. Get a job.
right, right,
'Cause
right, right, right.
that'll end all this madness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to know who the big tippers are. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's not gonna get a job. I mean, he did have a job though when he was with Shamar though. Now, what happened to it? I don't know if he got fired from it. He didn't really. I don't remember him saying anything about why he's not working there no more. But he did have a job when he first met Shamar at the
Right.
beginning. And I remember one time he did a video and he was showing the Tyler Perry Studios, and one day I'm gonna be there at this studio and all that crap. But you don't look like you'll be going anytime soon.
Yeah. Manifest. You're nailing it right on the head. With all this trash talk, all this beefing between Alvo and Shamar,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and they getting all this money, but they're not thinking about their safety and security.
Mm-mm.
They're not thinking about you know the future. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've seen it plenty of times. If somebody feels some type of way about you, you don't even, and you are a social media person. If somebody feels some sort of type of way about you, they might just stole on you real quick, pop, pop,
Yep,
pop,
yep,
without you even knowing.
yep, yep. He don't. They don't. Neither one of them look at. And but see, I don't give him a pass because I hate to say this. Shamar's 27, and Elvo's like 24, 25. They're young men. They're not little children,
Right,
not teenagers. So when people go like when he gets in, when Elvo, for an example, gets into this unaliving himself, um, I used to think he got that from Shamar. Nah, he's been. If you look at videos from the past when he was with other dudes, he would get on live saying that stuff then about unaliving himself. But my thing is you need to go get some counseling. Stop
yeah,
trying to go get a cash app. Go get or use that cash app to go get counseling because every time something doesn't go your way, you're always trying to unalive yourself. You're a grown man and you're supposed to be a social media influencer. Influence.
right,
Who are you influencing when somebody says something to you on live? You know how big the world is? You want to go unalive yourself.
right,
You know what
right,
I'm saying? But you're somebody that you want people to look up to you. But
right,
what are they looking up to? Oh, when you have a
right,
problem, you just get on lives and just say, I'm gonna unalive myself.
right,
Nothing problems go away. That's what you're showing people to do.
right,
Yeah.
right.
I wouldn't want nobody, grandkids, kids, nobody, nephews, nieces to follow behind anything that he stands for. I'm sorry.
Right. You know, and it's kind of crazy that these women just keep supporting him financially. I don't even I don't even spend uh $20 a day. I mean, I got my house. I mean, if you average it out, like my groceries and all that stuff, it comes out to about maybe $35 a day. If like
Mhm.
you factor in all the other stuff, and he's out here spending like he's got unlimited funds.
You don't do
You
takeout.
know,
When you say grocery, you mean as in you go grocery shopping and you might eat about $35 of that groceries a day, you mean?
no, 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 no. A whole grocery shop for like 2 weeks, and then you factor in like your living
You only spend
expenses.
wait a minute, hold up. You when you go grocery shopping, you only spend for 2 weeks $35?
No, 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 no. I'm talking included. Your mortgage, your electric, your water, your food. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it average out to just about $35 a
Oh,
day
it's
if you
what you're saying.
include
Okay, yeah. When you do it
everything.
breakdown, I get what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's spending it like it's unlimited. Like
Because it's not
who?
his money and he don't care. And that's what I keep trying to tell people. And I'm glad you just said it. That's the key word. He's spending it like he don't care because you know why? He don't care. He knows that
Oh,
the following came from Shamar and he can't trust them. But if they want to follow him, piggyback off of him, and now they don't like Shamar, he's cool with it because he's getting something out of it. But he don't
right,
trust him as far as he can see him. But what was you gonna
right.
say?
Where's that apartment at? Wasn't that apartment supposed to come now in April?
What apartment?
Alvo. Alvo said back in
He
March when
moved months ago when he was still with Shamar to Houston, Texas. He
yeah,
got
when he
everything.
yeah, when he went to that house party in Texas and he left the mall and he told everybody, he was like, y'all go ahead, it's all good. I did my shopping. Um my next move is to get me my own place. I'm gonna get me a spot next month.
No.
Well, we already mid-April. Where's that apartment at? Y'all gonna keep giving him money? Y'all gonna keep giving him money? What's up? Y'all gonna put him in
Of
a
course.
penthouse or something?
Because these are the kind of women that they know he likes men, but they're the type of women they'll try to buy him, buy him, buy him. Some of them thinking he'll one day be straight and I can have him all to myself. I mean, these women think like that. Some of these women
Right.
probably have crushes on him. They know he likes men. They still don't care.
Uh, that's that. That's that challenge factor. Oh, I could turn him, and all
They
that
know that
crap.
other people have done it, so they're trying to see if they can buy him. Buy him just like other people have done things to flip him.
Oh
When
yeah.
you put that kind of reputation about yourself out into the atmosphere, people are gonna try you.
Right.
They know he can be
Right.
bought.
right.
For
You
in his
know,
place.
and and then to flip back on to Shamar, it's kind of like the same thing with Shamar. He don't beg anymore, you know, but just the effort of spending time watching him and seeing his content, you know. Um, I honestly, I don't see anything that's actually really like entertaining. Something that's actually like, this is worth money. This is worth my views. You know, he's supposed to be supposedly an entertainer. There's nothing that, my opinion, that I see
I
as
feel like I can
talent.
go to the project and hear this kind of
Oh
conversation.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly, exactly.
It's no
And
talent in that. And then
and
if that's the case, everybody's talented then.
right, and with this whole fallout as well, you know, um, I be in the bushes watching, listening, and all that stuff. Let's keep it real. Uh, Kay deserves her
Flowers.
kudos. Yeah, she
Mhm.
deserves her flowers. She put him up in an apartment. He's
Yeah,
got an apartment right now
because of her.
because of her.
Yeah.
you know she's dressed him. She's done a lot of things for him to make him look like the star. And yeah, you know what, y'all, she's not perfect. She's not perfect.
And so wasn't the other ones that were in his circle, but she has done a lot of positive stuff for him. I will admit to that.
She did. you know
I really think
and
that should. I really wish that they would, reconcile and I really would. I know it's not going to happen.
yeah,
You already know. But
yeah,
I'm still. You obviously that the truth remains the same, and I'm not. I'm true to that because I'm saying it today again. I really wish
right,
because I really think that they both could blow up and be a compliment to each other. In their careers.
right, right.
Her being
And
the manager, and then also taking on other people and just being big.
oh yeah, Jessica. Yes. I agree with that comment. Very
Sometimes
good comment.
sometimes when I pin a comment, it's not really towards you to answer. I just sometimes I'll get to talking and I'll leave it up there, and
Yeah,
so
no,
I get distracted.
no, I like. I'm just vibing with the chat as well. Hello
And I'm
everybody.
glad you're doing that too. But yeah, I
You
just want to let
know,
you know it's not
and
like some interrogation or not like that.
yeah, no, 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 no. Just vibing with the chat, interacting
That's
with the
what's up.
chat. They part of the
Going
family
with the
too.
flow. You're going with the flow. Exactly. Everybody's included. That's what's up.
Yeah, these women are sick in the head. Yeah. Um.
Very sick in the
Uh.
head.
You know, and the thing about it is, there, guys, like, there is no defense right now. There's absolutely no defense on what Shamar has done to Kay and her baby's father. There is no defense. There's people defending Shamar and all that. There is no defense to that. He's not mentally incapacitated, to where he don't know right from wrong. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So, there is absolutely no excuse. And once again, like I said yesterday, you have to put yourself in her shoes for everything that she's done, and it to be dragged in the mud, you know? Um, and she's not perfect. She's made some mistakes, yes,
Right.
but it doesn't warrant for her life, her baby daddy's life, to be flipped upside down, and for her kids to be threatened.
Right.
No, it doesn't.
Well, kids should be out of it, period. I don't care how mad you get at somebody. You know what I'm saying? I think that's
Yeah,
really low of anybody to put kids that have nothing to
yeah,
do with what's going on up here with these grown folks in the middle.
right, and then let's think about the future. Um, if once that lease is over and Kay washes her hands of it, What is Shamar going to be able to do?
So talk
Because
about that lease. Talk. I've heard. I don't know how true it is, but you might know more than me. So I'm just asking you. You might not know either. Now that lease I heard was in K's name.
yes, it is.
Okay, so that is true. Okay.
Yes, that is true. Um,
He's child, and he now I see what you mean when you're saying everything's going downhill for him. Cause I'm like, how? He got his own place. He's got these booking, but shoot, the I think the heck with the money.
it's still it's
The head is the big downfall right there. Cause I'm talking
right,
about because he couldn't figure out how to get housing on his own. So now he ain't got K.
right.
That's gonna be
So
scary.
I'm just gonna keep it real. You know, it's just like the economy. Okay. Um, there may be a law or there may be something that changed, but it takes a while for the truth of the change to be revealed. Shamar, Shamar's success that Kay built for him, he's still kind of riding that wave from that success that Kay put him up into. The
Right.
videos are out there, the looks are out there, the pictures are out there, you know. So I do give my flowers to Kay. However, it's starting to show that Shamar is not booked and busy. He's
Mm.
not. Neither is Alvo. Alvo's not booked and busy. I'm gonna tell you, I've been booked and busy. I've been really
Right, right.
booked and busy.
I get no sleep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So um um what's gonna happen when he has got to find a new lease? Because a lot of times, um you gotta put if your credit is not there,
Big security deposit.
you gotta put that big guap down.
Well, no, I think all right. So if that's the case, if that's what he's looking at, I believe that Shamar does not want to be in the street. I believe that he would take from the money he got in the bank or stashed in that house, some of that money that he got stashed up in that house in that little safety, that safe. What is it? The safe that he has, the little portable safe he got.
Yeah.
He'll go into that safe and he'll go get that money out for that security deposit.
But it ain't gonna be a small amount. It's gonna be a big amount. Nowadays they're requiring three times
Yeah, I know it.
right now.
That's true because they say, for an example, market rent apartment. If an apartment is $3,000, you have to make monthly three times the amount of the rent in order to get that apartment. I can't believe they changed the law over the last 8 years because I was
And you
living
gotta
in this house for 8 years, and when the landlord sold the house, I had to find another market rent apartment, and some of them were like 2,500 a month, and they were like, "Oh, you got to be making three times the amount of your rent, and it
yeah,
got to show on your banks. Well, by what you make a year. It's also that you not only can pay the rent, but that you can also live because they're afraid that if all you can really just pay is the rent, you know what I'm saying, then you might fall behind without rent. You
right,
see what I'm saying?
right. So let's just kind of, because we might remember this live today in the future. So let's kind of stitch this together. So if that happens, and let's say the reports to Social Security does get thoroughly investigated, and he loses that part of income. Now what?
Well, he's on. Don't Doesn't his rank go by his how much he makes a month?
Yes,
So the rent
but
will go to zero until he ends up in it.
no, it wouldn't be zero.
Or would
Um,
it?
no, it wouldn't be zero. There, out here, uh, there you still got to pay something. However, if he does lose that assistance, then he loses also that protection.
Well, shoot, he'll be back doing the same thing, begging again. It's gonna
Right,
all start from square one again. I hope it doesn't for him.
right, and then he won't be able to show a consistent amount of income that's coming in every week, every 2 weeks, or every month. You know, so. uh, I'm just stitching a little bit of the pieces. The future to come if it does play out that way. Um, eh, this is going to be very interesting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think this is why we do QN. I think this is why we still follow because, we're waiting to see the bottom of the barrel or the top of the mountain.
We're waiting to see the same thing that even the ones that are paying Alvo, for an example, are waiting for. They're really waiting for the train wreck.
Yeah, is it gonna be the bottom of the barrel or is it gonna be the top of the mountain? Alvo or Shamar? Who
Yep.
is it gonna
Or
be? You
both
know
of
what I'm
them.
saying? Or both of them gonna see the bottom of the barrel? Yeah,
Yep.
and this is why we Q in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep. And that's why we're gonna continue.
right,
I'm trying
right.
to be consistent. I do this at 1 p.m. every day, and if I have to switch it up for a different time or take a day off, like I might tomorrow, or no, the 14th, because I got to get my nails and my pedicure done. So but then again, I still can do it at 1 because I go in the morning time to get that done. But we're gonna stay consistently going live up here and having our open panel. You coming up whenever you feel up to it. Sometimes you might be tired, not want to talk. I get it. And other people, I just don't want. I know you don't cuss, man. You're a gentleman, but I just don't
Yes,
want people
ma'am.
up here and just cussing and carrying on because I'm gonna drop you. I
Right.
cuss too, but I wait till I'm off live and I'm in my privacy in my own home behind closed doors, and then I'll cuss up a storm because I cuss like a sailor. But there's a time and
Yeah.
a place for that.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't mind people coming up on a platform. Not, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to just limit it, but I just need for you guys to respect the platform and not be up here cussing. We're not going to be doing no ratchet stuff. We have enough ratchet stuff that's going on in
Right.
the community. We don't
Right.
need to add to it
He
because then
can't
you
be
ain't doing
because
no
he
better
loses
than what
focus
they're
when they
doing.
trigger him. Yeah, Donna. He loses focus when they trigger him. Yeah, absolutely. And this is why we was talking about it yesterday. That circle of friends, who's surrounded by Shamar, you
Right.
know, um, to keep him on track if he's going to be focused on the career or if he's going to be focused on the drama, you know, um, yeah, and that's the make or break right there.
Mm-hmm. So I just, I really think that some of the people that are around Shamar, they're around Shamar because they're just as bad as the enemies. They're trying to act like they're his friends just to rock him to sleep.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So listen, I'm about to get off. Y'all know how I do when I get to the hour point. And remember, I went live yesterday for almost 5 hours, honey. And honey, sister girl shouldn't even be going live today for an hour. Because honey,
No,
I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm even still up here.
uh, is it 7? Kate has always had her own other apartment. That apartment over there, she didn't care for. She was doing her job to be close to Shamar, and since that didn't work out, she's got her own apartment. That apartment, I know for a fact, is in, yes, it's in Kay's company's name, but still, she did something to help Shamar as a manager would for an artist. Now, not all managers do it, but there's managers that's willing to go all out
Above and
for
beyond.
their artists. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she did that, and I just so messed up how everything ended up for her.
Yeah, that part is true, Seven. That part is true. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up how it went down. Well, listen, we'll be back on here at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. And if you would like to, like I said, it's up to you. It ain't no, a mandatory thing. If you would like to kick it with me up here and spread, the information, you're always welcome up here.
Or just your comments. Just your comments. Just.
Yeah. So you also help me because sometime I can get sidetracked. And
I'm with you.
yep. All right. So listen, guys, I'm about to get off. Make sure y'all hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on option all. And I will see you tomorrow. Love y'all. Stay blessed. And I'm out. Mwah. Bye for now.